What's up, Final Community? Clip, the Final Cheapskate here. Coming at you with Saturday coffee music. Today's just going to be Vinyl Finds. Vinyl Finds, collection update, whatever you want to call it. Because there's some stuff that's not vinyl in here. Went to a show last week, so got my gig merch right here. So I'm going to show that off first. We'll start off with what we're listening to, which is Musket Hawk. One of the bands I went to see last Friday. Musket Hawk and Crawler and Palau and I'm gonna try and Altor from New York. Went and saw them last week. So those three bands, and what I picked up was this Musket Hawk cassette and a bunch of Musket Hawk stuff. Musket Hawk are guys that I've known for upwards of two of the guys in Musket Hawk I've known for up to 20 years. I've known them for a really long time. They used to crash at our place in Philly when they'd come to play Philly, and my friend's band AOS had toured with them a bunch, so they used to come crash with us, and I've gone on the road with them a couple times. So cool band, Musket Hawk. Also picked up their older album, Musket Hawk Desolate. And as you can hear, they play like grindy, hardcore punk stuff. Really cool stuff. And this is another one. Musket Hawk did a split with Coffin Dust, who's also somebody I know from Philadelphia, Matt Slime's band. Matt played bass in Exude for a tour with them, and he came on our podcast and did a podcast with us. So Coffin Dust is a cool band too. Death metal stuff. This is colored. No, this is the black version. It's also a colored version of this. Musket Hawk, Coffin Dust split. So really cool stuff. So that's all the Musket Hawk stuff I picked up. Picked up a couple from the band Altor. Altor play crusty, hardcore punk, crust punk stuff. This is actually a CDR. It's just this little photocopied cover and nothing. They're charging $5. And they're from out of town, so I bought this CDR. And I picked up the Doom Brigade 4-way split with Altor, Arid, Mad, and Red Moon Rising. So I don't know, haven't listened to this yet, but should be good. This is also $5 the show, so cool stuff. And the last thing I got was this demo by Palau. Palau also have a 7-inch out, but they ran out of them, and I would have picked that up too. But these guys were awesome power violence. I believe they're from DC. Really cool stuff. Check them out if you get a chance. Palau, they're really awesome. And now the actual finds. So some of this is from eBay, some of it's from shops. I'll say it's mostly stuff from shops. So, which I'll start with that stuff. I'll start stuff from the local shops. No, we'll start with these. I'm gonna start with this. Got this in the mail. It was a pre-order. Super stoked about it. Picked up the new Poison Ruin album, Harvest. This is a killer record. Punk from Philly. They do kind of like post-punky stuff mixed with dungeon synth, mixed with hardcore and oi. Really good stuff. This is a really cool band. One of the more interesting bands I've heard in a long time. This is getting a lot of hype right now, but it deserves it. It's really, really good. If you like let's say if you like Gang of Four meets like Oi, meets like a little darker dungeon synthy stuff going in there, this would be right up your alley. Really good stuff. Great band. And this came on this Relapse. I got another one from Relapse that's like this same color, but like super bright yellow. You can't see it now in this light, but this is like the brightest yellow I've ever seen. It like hurts your eyeballs to look at it. Came with a big old poster insert with some cool art on it. That's another thing. This band's got really cool artwork. And a giant poster of the cover, which I don't know what I'm ever going to do with this. But I love this band. Poison Ruin. One of my favorite recent projects right now. But yeah, brand new 2023. Instant pre-order for me on that one with this. And they actually got signed. They got signed to Relapse. They were on a different label, Urge Records. They were on Urge Records out of Australia, but cool stuff. Some stuff I picked up Thursday. Oh, I'm missing one, I think. Am I missing one? Yeah, I'm missing one. Anyway. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm missing one. Alright. Now that I organized myself, let's go on to ones that I picked up last Friday. I'll go into that. Picked up 3 albums. Also, there's a record store called True Vine, a block from the venue. And I haven't showed these yet, but I picked these up last Friday. But got some good stuff from there. That was a good shop. They had a lot of really random stuff. They're all over the place with what they have. But picked up this Girl, Sheer Greed. Cool, like glam rock stuff from 1980. But this is good. They got catchy songs. They're a little on the poppy rock side of glam rock, but they're really good. I enjoy this band. They're kind of a newer discovery for me, so when I found the record for $5, I was like, all right, I'll pick it up. Give them a little deeper listen. I've only listened to them on Spotify a couple times, but decided to pick this up because it's a pretty ridiculous cover, so I really like the way, like, the style of the band was cool, so I was like, this is pretty interesting. Also picked up Gong Espresso. This is Gong doing more of their fusion-y stuff, but I like the fusion-y Gong stuff. I picked up Samal not too long ago, and I really loved that album. And Gong Espresso, cool stuff. And this was the ultimate one. I had some other records. I was going to get about 4 or 5 records. But then I walked by the rock section, and this was right up front. Budgie, Deliver Us From Evil. So I went straight for the Budgie. It was a little expensive, but it wasn't too bad. It was worth the price. Budgie, Deliver Us From Evil. Budgie are awesome band from England, heavy rock. I've got a stack of Budgie records now because I really like that band. 9 minutes. Yeah, we'll go into the next one. Some stuff I won on eBay. These were all new reissues, but picked up Higgy Go Getter by Tear Gas. Tear Gas is like 70s rock. 1970, kind of like hard rock, a little psyche. Good stuff. I haven't actually listened to this yet, but I've listened to Tear Gas a few times online before. This was a good price, so I went for it. I've also picked up Gunther Schnickert. I don't know how to say his name. Some krautrocky electronic kind of electronic krautrocky stuff. Good stuff from the 70s. I think his first album is better than this one, but this was a good one for the price. And last up, this was one that I got tipped off by I think I saw it on Cosmic Brian's channel, and they had a Lothar and the Hand People. This was their final album, I think, and it was a live album. But cool stuff. Excited to check this one out too. Last, I got a couple from a shop I picked up on Thursday. There's some budget bin stuff in here and some stuff that isn't budget bin. It's actually mostly budget priced stuff, but I got two that weren't, and I'll start with those. Picked this up at a little shop in Beltsville, Fleas and Lice. Fleas and Lice do crusty punk rock stuff, and I don't find this stuff in that shop ever, but this was $9. Scold releases. It's from the 90s crust punk stuff. You never see that stuff out and about at regular shops, and when I do, I usually pick it up because it's usually pretty cheap, because they usually don't know that this stuff even goes for money sometimes. This one's not an expensive one, but sometimes the crusty stuff from the 90s goes for money. This doesn't really. I got it at a good price, $9. Not too bad. Fleas and Lice. Picked up Oregon and Elvin Jones. Elvin Jones, jazz drummer. Oregon is like I think they're like a psyche folk thing, is what I'm thinking, if I remember correctly. But picked it up because it looked cool, and Elvin Jones is on it. I really like Elvin Jones, so. And these are all the budget bin deals. More of my fusion stuff. Diado and Arto. Arto plays guitar. Diado's guitar, or not guitar. Arto plays like piano and organ, and Diado is a guitar guy. So cool stuff. Excited to listen to this. I've heard this before and I like it a lot, and found it for a good price. And then some cheap rock stuff. Alan Wakeman, The Six Wives of Henry VIII. This is one I've wanted for a while, and I like. Rick Wakeman. I like Rick Wakeman. Rick Wakeman he was the keyboard player for Yes for a bit, and went off and did a lot of these weird, pretty pretentious, nerdy records later, and I actually really like his pretentious, nerdy records. I think they're fun and interesting. Argent, I don't know if this Argent's any good, but I like the other Argent stuff that I've got, and for $2 I was like, yeah, I'll check out some more Argent. Plus they have a song called Lothlorien, which is Lord of the Rings reference, which I'm a total nerd for as well, so do that. And then Artful Dodger, they're another like glammy rock band from the late 70s. But yeah, just picked this up on a whim. Like I said, it was $2, so check it out. It's not really a blind buy. I've heard of this band before, but I don't really know exactly what they sound like. I'm hoping they're not too poppy, because then I probably won't like it, and I'll probably either send it to somebody or get rid of it. But check this out too, Artful Dodger. Last one for the day. And that's what I got. Final finds for Saturday. It's record store day. I don't think I'm gonna go. Maybe there is a record shop that's they said they put out like 30 new bins of stuff. They don't participate in the record store day releases, but they put out a bunch of new stuff for record store day. So I may go there and check them out. But Anyway, cheers, everybody. Hope everybody has a good weekend. And all hail the cock monk. Cheers.